Namaskar. Welcome once again to What Does This Data Say? I am Ajay Prakash. Just before I get on with this episode, the usual request, if you like this episode, do subscribe to my channel and also share it with your friends. I'm sure all of you will be fully aware of the so-called Chanakya Niti of the Bharatiya Janata Party. All of us have been given to understand that the party is so clever that it keeps winning election after election, following the footsteps of Chanakya. The three major points that the Bharatiya Janata Party is following from the Chanakya Niti are: firstly, Chanakya emphasized victory by any means. He preached that ends justify the means, and hence any means used to achieve the desired end of wealth and power is justified. Now, within the BJP, much of the credit for implementing the Chanakya Niti in election goes to Amit Shah. He is smart, he is shrewd, he is calculative, and he is ruthless. He has also been attributed with the title of the Chanakya of the BJP. Chanakya Niti or no Chanakya Niti, the story of invincibility of the Bharatiya Janata Party is a hype that has been created. Many of us tend to believe this hype just because we don't look at the data. And in today's episode, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull out some data and do a cross check and see if this story really holds water or not. Amit Shah ji was born in 1964. Today he is about 58 years of age. He is a graduate from Gujarat University, that is a Bachelor of Science degree. He was an MLA and a Minister of State in Gujarat from 2002 to 2012. In 2014, he succeeded Rajnath Singh and became the 10th president of the Bharatiya Janata Party and continued in that position till 2020. In between, he was also a Rajya Sabha member. In 2019, he fought the elections from the Gandhinagar constituency, the same place where earlier L.K. Advani used to fight, and he won that seat. He became the 31st Home Minister of India on 30th May 2019, and in 2021 he was given additional charge as Minister of Cooperation. His political curve has been following that of Mr. Narendra Modi. So it becomes quite evident whenever there is going to be a critical election, the BJP's Chanakya is going to lead from the front. And that is the reason why Mr. Amit Shah has been camping in Gujarat for the last week or so. The ruling BJP, which has been in power for 27 years in Gujarat, has fielded him on the battleground and set a target to win more than 150 seats in Gujarat this time around. Though Mr. Amit Shah himself is not claiming any number this time, except that saying they're going to win in Gujarat by a record margin. It's the story of once bitten, twice shy. If you remember, in 2017, Amit Shah had said they would win a record 150 out of 182 seats and landed up winning just 99 seats. Again, in the West Bengal polls, the famous slogan "Ab ki baar 200 par" was framed by him, and then the BJP landed up with only 77 seats. So his own credibility has been taking a beating and is at stake this time once again. This figure of 150 seats is coming from the fact that way back in 1985, Madhav Singh Solanki had won the Gujarat election by a record of winning 149 seats. The BJP this time wants to do better than that, and that's how this target of 150 seats has been popping up. But then if one was to believe BJP's claim, then it should be having a cakewalk in the Gujarat elections this time around. Then it makes us wonder, what is Mr. Modi doing there every second day, and why is Amit Shah camping in Gujarat for the last 7-8 days? So let's start looking at the data. Let me start by showing you this graph with the intention that it will bust the myth that BJP is a very strong party and it's ruling all over the country. Now, as on date, there are 30 states in the country which have state assemblies for which elections are held every 5 years. This excludes the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Together in these 30 states, there are 4,036 MLA seats. Now, after the last election, whenever it was held in that state, BJP won just 1,318 seats, which was 32.7% of the total seats. Now, with time, many by elections happen for several reasons, and then there are some crossovers and switchovers. So, as on date, in these 30 state assemblies, the BJP has 1,383, which is 34.3%. Now, this means that about 65% of the people did not vote for the Bharatiya Janata Party all over the country. Now, barring a few states, about 7 or 8, where the BJP is in power on its own majority, in the remaining, wherever it has formed a government, it has done so with the help of allies. And today, there is no major party which is an ally of the BJP. The only place where it has allies today is in the northeast. From the time of the last election in the states, the BJP has been able to increase its tally only by around 1.5%. That is a total of about 65 seats. Now, this 65 doesn't seem to be a huge number when you consider the fact that BJP is known to topple governments using the method what has been known as the Operation Kamal. Now, let's see the trend of BJP's performance in the state assemblies. Have a look at this table. This slide is packed with data, and if you are not able to see it clearly, don't worry, I am going to read out all the important figures. Let us first understand the format of this table. This column here, which has the numbers in red, is the seats which BJP won in that state in the last election, whenever that was held. And when it was held is given in these two columns. For instance, Andhra Pradesh, the last assembly election was held in 2019 April and BJP won 0 seats. Similarly, Chhattisgarh, the last election was held in November 2018 and BJP won 15 seats. The first column here is the seats that BJP had won in the preceding election. For instance, if you look at the first row, Andhra Pradesh, the last election was in 2019. So the preceding to that election was in 2014 when the BJP won 4 seats. Similarly, Chhattisgarh, the last election in 2018, the preceding one in 2013, and the BJP had won 49 seats. So these two columns will give the trend of that particular state in the 5-year period. And if we total up these two columns, it gives an interesting story. So what I'm showing you in this table is those states where the BJP's trend is showing a decline. That means the seats are going down. These 13 states are Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Haryana, Jharkhand, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Punjab, Rajasthan, Telangana, Uttarakhand, and Uttar Pradesh. These are 13 states where the BJP in the preceding election to the last one had 1,075 seats, which was 49% of the total seats in these states, which was 2,185. And in the last election in these 13 states, BJP could get only 771 seats, that is 35% of the 2,185 seats. So during this 5-year period, the BJP had lost 300 seats and was down by 14% in terms of seat share. In 10 of these states, the last election was fought under the presidency of Mr. Amit Shah, and only 3 states so far have been fought under the presidentship of JP Nadda. Now, should the BJP be worried about this trend Well, I think so that they should be, because there are many states in this list which are considered the god of the BJP or BJP's fort. UP, it went down to 255 from 312, minus 18%. Madhya Pradesh down to 130 from 165, minus 21%. Gujarat down to 99 from 115, minus 14%. Maharashtra down to 105 from 122, minus 14%. Uttarakhand down to 47 from 57, minus 18%. On the other hand, there are some other states which are not the GAR, and in that the drop was even more huge. Chhattisgarh down to 15 from 49, minus 69. Jharkhand down to 25 from 37, minus 32. Rajasthan down to 73 from 163, minus 55%. And in Kerala, Punjab, there was no improvement in the last 5 years. So this is a glimpse of a part of the report card of the Chanakya of the Bharatiya Janata Party, and it doesn't look too good. Just look at Assam. In the last election, the BJP got just 60 seats out of 126. So it did not have a majority on its own. However, with NDA, it was able to form the government. Today, it has 63 seats, and it fought election in 93 constituencies. Now, in the election just before the last one, the BJP still had 60 seats. So, in 5 years, in a state like Assam, which is considered as the hotbed of Hindutva today, the BJP has made no progress at all. While the chief minister of that state appears to be very active and vocal supporter of the BJP ideology, but comes up with strange comments now and then. The most recent one being when he said Rahul Gandhi looks like Saddam Hussein, and before that, he also said that whoever has voted for Shashi Tharoor in the Congress presidential poll will be joining the BJP soon, and for the AAP, he called it a failed political startup. Since I've showed you where the BJP performance went down, I should show you those states where the BJP has improved its tally. The format of this slide is the same as the previous one, so you can have a detailed look at this yourself. I will only be reading out the key points out of this slide. There are 15 states where the BJP improved its performance in the 5 year period intervening the last two elections. These are Arunachal Pradesh, Bihar, Goa, Himachal Pradesh, Karnataka, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Odisha, Tamil Nadu, Tripura, West Bengal, Delhi, and Puducherry. BJP seats in this election before the most recent one was 181 out of 1693, which was 11%, and after the last election, they went up to 487 seats, which was 29%. So they were up by about 18% in the 5 year period. I now consider the population of those states in which BJP is declining. That comes to a little over 93.5 crores, which is roughly 66% of the country's population today. So BJP is losing support in 66% of the country by population, whereas they are increasing their trend in 34% of the country's population. And this is the biggest worry for the BJP today. I'm sure they will be having all this data in front of them in far greater detail. And as Gujarat is part of that set of states where the trend is declining, BJP is really worried. That's the reason Amit Shah is camping in Gujarat and Modi ji is there every second day. There is too much of prestige at risk, especially for Mr. Amit Shah, who has always been considered the Chanakya of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Thank you for watching this episode. I'll see you again next week with some more data. Till then, namaskar and goodbye.